In this video, we are going to be talking about the future of football betting. The future of football betting. So, what you notice, almost everybody is shifting from that of straight wins to that of corner betting. What you notice, like the tipsters and almost everybody who is on the sport betting industry is moving from like straight wins to that of corner betting. And in this video I'm going to be showing you the reason why they are moving from that of straight wins to that of corners. And like I'll also be talking about things to check out before betting on corners. That's the second thing that I'll talk about. And I'll also be revealing some leagues that you should be betting most of your corners on, and teams in that particular leagues that you should be betting on that corners, and the range. I'll also be talking about the range that you should be betting your corners on, like range that it will start and the range that it will stop. So don't go beyond that and don't also go below that. So I'm going to be revealing all that, so make sure you stay with me from beginning till the end, so that at the end of the day you should know the best picks that you should go with when you are to bet on corners. So by the way, if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on post notification bell, and also don't forget to like the video as well. So by the way, let me tell you the reason why almost everybody is moving from corners, like from straight wins to corners. So when you notice, like most of the time the most difficult prediction or the most difficult selection to go is straight win. Sometimes you do the analysis and you see that most of the teams are just all time they are playing draws, and you find it difficult to select like which particular team that you should select as straight win. And sometimes you see that they will just be like, one will win today, like the next match another one will win in that order, and you find it difficult to select which one is to bet on. But when you now move on, there's so many variations in terms of corners and everything. But in this video I'm going to be breaking down in details. I'm going to be breaking everything down in details. Let's say, for instance, first of all, when you are to bet on corners, you need to check the strength. You need to check the strength of every team. You need to check the strength of every team, the home team and the away team. Check their strength. That's the first thing that you need to check out for. And you also check for the competition. Check for the competition that they are also playing. About it can be that of if it is a Premier League game or if it is a Champions League game. You should check all that. And after you check out for that, you now need to move on to check for the every team average corners. You need to move on to check for every team average corners, like the number of corners that they are always able to score or get anytime that they are playing against any opponent. And how are you going to get that? To get that, you can use an app like that of Flash Score. You can use an app like that of Flash Score or SofaScore. There is so many apps that you can use to do that, but these are just the few to get the average corner range for each team. And in getting that, you need to check for their last 5 games each. So you need to check for their last 5 games each for their corners, and check for their head-to-head their last 5 games for each team for their average corners. So actually I have a detailed video about that. I'll be leaving the link in the video description, so that you can go and check that video out. It's a detailed video that show you how to bet on corners. So use an app that can help you to make corner betting easier. That's the title, so you can go and check it out. So I'll be leaving the link in the video description as well. And after you check out to see every team their average corners range. For instance, if you check most of the teams, their average corners range is 3.5. Most of teams, for instance, for England Premier League, their average corner range is 3.5, which is about 4 corners per game. Almost about 90% of England Premier League teams, their average corner range is 3.5. In average, their average is 3.5 for almost all the England Premier League games. And some teams that are having highest corners range are that of teams like Manchester City, and that of teams like Manchester City, and Arsenal is also one of them, and Brentford is one of them. Chelsea is also part of them in the England Premier League. And when you also go to that of Spanish La Liga, Barcelona is one of that particular teams that always make sure they get a lot of corners. Real Madrid is also one of them that you can also depend on to get all that, and that of Atletico Madrid as well. So these teams in that of Spanish La Liga, they are also good in corners like that. They are also good in corners. And when you move to Germany Bundesliga, you can also be having Bayern Munich is also one of them. Bayern Leverkusen is one of them. RB Leipzig is also one of them. And Eintracht Frankfurt is also one of them. So these particular teams are also good in that. And Italy Serie A, we are also having Inter Milan is one of that teams that is also having a good corner range. AC Milan is one of them, and that of Napoli is also one of them. And the good news about all this is that if you check, when you check for corner betting, you are to check and pick, you see that the odd is always actually also high. You can get 1.30 odd for over 7.5 corners, which is a good market for you to just get two games and combine it and get a good odd and place on. So it's actually nice when you know all this. And these are the teams I've already revealed the teams to you, which I have already mentioned some of the teams, but there is also others that you can check and add. And now we are now in the final range. Things that are the range that you should be betting on when it comes to corner betting. The range. I know some of you do the analysis, you get it, but you don't know which range that you should be betting on corners. So corners, for instance, if you are to bet on corners, don't go above over 8.5 corners. Don't go about over 8.5 corners, and don't also go below over 7.5 corners, except you see that you have do the analysis and you realize that they are not capable of getting a lot of corners. But I would advise that when you check and they are not getting a lot of corners, sometimes it's very difficult to predict. So you can just leave that particular team and go and get a team that is getting a lot of corners, and you just bet on them. But let me just put something, let me create something here. For instance, the over 7.5 corners means that is you are expecting about 8 corners to appear in that particular game. You are expecting about 8 corners to appear in that particular game. And over 8.5 also means you are expecting about 9 corners to appear in that particular game, which is easier. Sometimes, let's say if one team contributed 5 corners and another one contributed 4 corners, you see just within, even some teams you can even get it first half. You can get first half over 7.5 corners first half. One can get 3 corners and one can get 4 corners in the first half. For instance, a situation where they are having a tough teams meeting, a striking teams meeting another attacking team. So that kind of games, you just see a lot of corners appearing in that particular game. So all this one you need to always put in consideration when you are to bet on corners before you go ahead and bet your corners. So by the way, if you find this video valuable, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and just comment in the comment section what you want me to cover in the next video. Or if you have any difficulties or you have any challenges, also feel free to comment in the comment section and I'll be there to reply you. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.